All right, what up, y'all? Listen, I had to get out of the club because I had to do some kind of video before, I get caught up in there, and I want to get I really want to give my first reaction off the fight, okay? And I'm gonna start all the way from the beginning. All right, we get there, we're in there, we're in the Barclays, and I want to say shout out to Chris Arreola. I ran into him out in the, where the food and the concession stands or stuff is at. And it's pretty cool to run up to Chris Arreola, and he kind of knows who you are. So I ran up to him, and he's like, "Oh, what's up, yo?" So we chopping it up, and I'm talking to him about the fight. And he's like, I asked him, I was like, "Who you think is going to win?" He says Wilder. So, I asked him, I'm like, listen, a lot of my subscribers feel like this fight is fixed, okay? And I asked him, like, listen, you've been in the game. You fought Wilder before. Between me and you, do you think this is fixed? Like, do you think... And I gave him the reason. I'm not going to go through it, but I said, do you think this fight is fixed? He said no, And we talked. I'm not going to talk about everything he said, but generally he said no, and he gave me good reason why. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so shout out to him. He was there by himself at the time. I don't know, he was just walking around, big dude. And that was that, right? So we're in there chilling. I run into the Charlos. You guys saw some of the video. I was with them for a while, but shout out to them. Those are my guys. I haven't seen them it's been like a couple years since I seen them or whatever, or see Jamel. But shout out to them, okay? I'm not gonna discuss everything we talked about. I put up a little video, but we were hanging out for a little while, right? Now, let's get to the fight. First of all, as you can see in the first video that I did, right, that I uploaded, there really wasn't that many people there early. But, it is what it is. A lot of people like to come at the end, in the main event. It's like that with everybody, whether you're going to see Floyd or whether you're going to see Deontay Wilder. That's just how it is, right? So I was a little, like, I saw that there was a lot of empty seats, but I said, you know what? It's probably because people didn't show up yet. By the time the last fight, and I'm not even going to get into Andre Dirrell because I'm pretty disappointed that he lost that fight. But by the time Deontay Wilder fight started, you guys know I've been to Brooklyn. I go to Brooklyn all the time to see fights, right? I always go. I go to Madison Square Garden too, but I go to Brooklyn, I go to Barclays a lot to see the fights. And, hold on, let me wait till this pass. All right, so you guys know I always go. I've seen so many fights here in New York and elsewhere, in Vegas and Cali. I've seen so many fights, man. I don't know how many fights I've seen. I forgot about fights I went to go see. Okay? I never went to go see a fight that had that kind of energy. I haven't, me personally. Okay? Deontay Wilder is not even from New York. Okay, so that energy in there, just for him walking out and being announced, that was kind of cool. It's good to see that. I mean, being that he's an American fighter, he's a black American fighter, I thought that was kind of dope, The people were booing Ortiz and everything, but, that's cool. Wilder has fought there plenty of times. This is his first fight there. No one really knows who he is, so people are going to boo him. It is what it is. So the fight's going on, and off the rip, I'm like, Ortiz is winning the first 4 rounds. Off the rip. I gave him the first 4 rounds. But I've seen this before. And Wilder looks a lot... I'm watching a fight, and you got to, feel me on this one. We already know who I picked. I picked Ortiz. Wilder, and the whole row that I'm in, the whole row, I'm here with my boy, and I'm here in a row with a bunch of people I don't know. The whole row is picking Wilder to win, right? So boom. Wilder's behind, you know, Ortiz is pressing the action, you know, landing some good shots. There's times where the crowd is booing. You know, there's not enough action for them. You know, and I'm watching a fight, and I'm telling the people in a row, I'm being real right now. I'm watching it, and I'm like, something doesn't feel right. Wilder, for a guy that doesn't have the experience as far as like long-term pedigree, as far as amateur and all that, he looks a little too comfortable for a guy that is winning. I mean, a guy that's behind. It looked like the Gerald Washington fight where I thought Gerald Washington was winning, but Wilder was very relaxed. And I felt like that. And I was telling the people that was going for Wilder, that was complaining about Wilder. These people in my row are booing Wilder. They think he sucked. They bashing, they yelling out shit. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He just looks a little too comfortable. Then comes the fifth round. Fifth round comes. He rocks Ortiz. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. And I'm like, damn. It's not even because of my prediction. I actually really put money. Like, I put real money up. So I'm like, damn. You know, like, Ortiz is down. I'm like, all right. You know, so he survives a round and everything. I'm like, okay. Sixth round comes. Wilder's being a little aggressive. You know, he had him hurt the last round. If you want to give Wilder that round, that's cool. If you want to give Ortiz that round, because Ortiz was, you know, he seemed like he was back on his game. Boom. Then the seventh round come. And the seventh round, yo, Ortiz was, I mean, that was a 10-8 round. Like, Ortiz didn't knock him down, but Ortiz was kicking his ass, had him hurt. Wilder, this is the thing, though. This dude did not fall down. He was getting hit, and he was not falling down. And Ortiz was tired, too. Ortiz was tired just like Joshua was tired. You know, just like Klitschko was tired when they were fighting. Yo, this dude would not fall down. No matter what he was getting hit with, he would not fall down. So that was crazy, right? So, boom. He survives the round. And I'm like, now, let me speak on that round real quick. My man I'm with, and I see people online already that's already leaving comments. People are saying, yo, it's freezing out here. So I'm shivering and shit. So if it's shaky, my bad. People are saying that the ref should have stopped the fight. I don't think so. And I wanted Ortiz to win. And I'm telling you, I don't think so. Because it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Wilder was hurt, but he wasn't out. He wasn't out. He didn't fall. When Ortiz was hurt, Ortiz was fucking hurt. Wilder was still in there, you know? And it wasn't enough. I thought maybe, I can't even say that. There was no point in that exchange where I was saying to myself, oh shit, you know, they should have stopped the fight, or they're gonna stop the fight. I thought Wilder was doing enough to at least hang in there. I gotta call a spade, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So boom, that round goes by. Now at this point, I can't remember which round, whatever, a couple rounds go by. And even when Wilder looked tired, Ortiz looked tired. He looked slower. He looked like everybody's saying he's old. At this point, I'm like, Ortiz is pressing the action, but nothing he's doing is effective. Wilder, for a guy that's tired himself, because Wilder was very tired and gassed himself, he looked very composed in the whole fight. Outside of the seventh round, he looked very composed, and I respect him. There was no panic. He was fighting like he got this. And all the conspiracies, we can end this now, because that was a real fight. That was a real fucking fight. That was the realest you're going to get. That's the realest I've seen. That was a real fight. You got to give Ortiz his credit. So Wilder goes, hurts him, knocks him. I knew when Wilder knocked him down the first time, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. I was like, this man is tired. He's hurt. And he's taking, yo, Ortiz, you got to give him respect. You got to give him respect. Like, they both proved, like, no one looked like they were overrated. Ortiz was taking shots from this guy. You know, for him to fight at that age and fight on that level, to outbox him that many rounds, to have him hurt and almost, you know, I would give him the 10-8 round, but didn't stop him. It was an incredible performance, and I had to give it to him. All right. So Wilder won. You know, Wilder stopped him. The energy in the arena was crazy. It was fucking crazy in there. It was crazy in there. It was crazy in there. I am a true believer of this guy. You know, and the scariest part about it all, and you know, I know people are going to come in here and clown me. That's cool. I'm good. I'm fine with that. I've been wrong before, but I'm going to tell you like this. I've never seen a fighter like at this point, this guy, I know he's not the most skilled, technical. I know he makes mistakes. I know he leaves himself open, but at this point, it works for him. It works. It really works. Like, it really works. And you know what? He looked good in there. He looked good. Even when he was losing, I'm telling you, even when he was losing, I'm telling the people on the road I'm sitting with, like, yo, I don't know, man. Like, Ortiz is winning, but... Sorry, the video call off. Somebody called me, but you got to give him 150% respect. Like, you got to give it to him. Even if you don't like him, even if you picked against him, you got to give him, like, you got to give him this respect, man. You got to. At this point, it doesn't matter how he fights. Doesn't matter what his interviews sound like or what he say. The dude put on a great fight, man. And it doesn't matter at this point with skill. You got a guy that was coming at him, beating him. He was winning the rounds, and he still couldn't get it done. All right? You could say because he was tired. You could say whatever. But this dude, when he landed right hand, he landed it, and he knew. He was even fighting with confidence. I can't wait to watch the fight again. And for the people that were out there saying that the ticket sales and this, dude, that shit was packed. That shit was packed. I felt like I was in a club. And let me tell you something. I mean, I was pissed because I lost money because I really thought Ortiz was going to win this fight. But let me tell you something. If I was like a genuine, like, diehard Wilder fan in there, if I was I'm trying to be as real as I can get. If I was a genuine Wilder fan, yo, I would have been crying in there. Like, that's how good the energy was in there. Like, that's how big that fight, that win was. You know, I know it wasn't Klitschko. You know, I know Joshua, there was a lot of drama in there. He fell down. He got knocked down. He came back. He won. That was an excellent win. That was a fight of the year. I said that was a fight of the year. But, you know, for Wilder to get hit that much and not go down and come back and knock out his opponent several times, kept knocking him down, looking confident. It's another thing when a fighter looks confident and he's losing and he looks confident. That's scary. It's like he knew he got it. And it's not because he knew he got it because a guy, you know, went in there knowing that he was going to lay down for him. No, he earned that win. That guy earned that win. I got to give him props for that. Regardless of all the bullshit, all the noise leading up to it, I got to give him his props. All right, so it's getting cold out here. You know, my boys, the people texting me and stuff. I'm going to go back to this club and enjoy my night. I'll get around to another video when I get a chance. You know, I'll talk more about the fight. But this is my breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. I hope anybody, shout out to all the people that, you know, ran into me. It's so dope when subscribers walked into me and, you know, run into me and be like, yo, what's up? It's pretty dope. Like, you know, a lot of people support me and shit. But shout out to everybody that was there that I talked to. I ran into at the fight. But I gotta go, man. I gotta go. It's getting late and my food is waiting and I'm gonna go party. I'll talk more about the fight tomorrow. If not, you know, the next day, but I'll get the video out there. But I had to drop this video now because this is going to be the most authentic video of me speaking on this fight, all right? So anyway, peace. Have a good night.